Hi Internet, I'm John Appleseed. Thanks for joining me on Stop and Think Puzzles today. If I look different, it's because I'm traveling. I'm filming this in a hotel room and I'm sitting in front of the window, so I'm lit by natural light instead of the usual overhead light in my kitchen, which I usually use to record these videos. So today we'll be looking at the Thursday New York Times crossword puzzle. I'm delighted to have you along with me as we solve this, hopefully. And this puzzle constructed by Ella Dershowitz and edited by Joe Fagliano. And I can see some circles in the grid already, so a themed Thursday puzzle. One across evidence collector for short, don't know. One down brand for bakers, not sure about that. Two down get bronze, suntan would fit. Three down mens rea, for example. Don't remember what that means. Something, the thing of the mind. What collects evidence? CSI, maybe? 14 across homecoming of a sort? No. 17 across breath? 20 across trial figure? Not sure. 24 across kids menu, go with. The kids menu, is that what it comes with? Or I'm not sure what go with means there. Comes with fries, comes with juice box, I don't know. 28 down neighbor of New York. Connecticut, New Jersey. Not sure. Okay, 4 across airport acquisitions, don't know. 4 down bowling pin shaped creature of Al Cap cartoons. He did Lil Abner, I think. I don't remember that one very well. 5 down, what the March Hare dips his watch in. Tea, I guess? He was at the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. 6 down, subject line abbreviation. Not sure. 7 down, process of cell division. Is that meiosis or mitosis or one of those? 8 down, inspiration for an essay writer. Don't know. And 9 down, technology used in seafloor mapping. Not sure about that. What would you acquire at an airport? A bad attitude. I don't know. 15 across, lead into normative. Heteronormative? Maybe just the first thing that popped into my mind. 21 across, itinerant. It kind of means going from place to place, like an itinerant preacher. 26 across, reaching across. Don't know. Does hetero help anything here? Subject line. Subject line. Abbreviation. Attention, maybe? Oh, you wouldn't put that in the subject, would you? If this were an M. Let's try meiosis. I think that's the spelling. 8 down, inspiration for an essay writer. Sonar? I guess that could be used in seafloor mapping, maybe? Don't really know. Not sure what that is. Not sure what that is either. And reaching across and kind of. Nope, none of those click. Okay, we'll come back to that. 10 across. Transport's not allowed on highways. In brief, ATVs maybe, all-terrain vehicles. 10 down, vapes lack. Is that cigarette? I don't know. Ash. Okay, so if this is ATVs, all-terrain vehicles are not road legal, not highway legal. So 10 down, ash for what a vape does not have as opposed to a cigarette. Most lachrymose, curious. I sing in a community choir, and we are practicing Mozart's Lacrimosa for an upcoming concert. Lacrimosa. I don't think that's the right tenor part. Still got to practice. 12 down, kind of electron is on the outermost shell of an atom. Is it valent? Something like that? 13 down, dancers hall. Protection against tampering. Not sure about that. 19 across, marathoners focus. Ooh. None of these look plausible to me. Let's see, what's 23 across? Hiking gear chain. That's REI. reaching across, stretching maybe. Might end in ing. 31 across, hanger on. And 34 across, over it. I'm over it. I'm donezo. The fancy few. Would like elite there, but I like teariest. Most lachrymose, yeah. If this were an A seal is something you might put on like a cargo shipment or something. It doesn't protect against tampering, but it tells you if it's been tampered with. What is this? Pace. Marathoners. Focus. If this were... Yeah. Valent is something to do with electronics, I think. Dancers. Hall. That doesn't look like it fits. Oh, you know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen. Dancer, as Santa's reindeer, would haul the sleigh for Santa. Okay. So, hail. Can't think of anything that fits here. Marathoners focus. Maybe these circles are doing something. Hanger on. Yeah, Dancer's Hall sleigh. Okay, that was hard to figure out. All right, let's look at these 32 across slop spots, where you feed the pigs, troughs or pig sties. 32 down smooth, suave maybe. Get out of dodge, not sure. 33 down, something to pick up at will call, ticket. Would pick up a ticket at the will call office. 25 down, gullible, naive maybe. 30 down, symbol of industry, a B. Get out of dodge. Kind of, a bit. Don't know that, or that, or that. Okay, I don't know what get out of dodge is going to be. 37 across, in reserve. On ice, maybe. And 39 across, loud kiss, a smack. Okay, can we get the downs? 39 down, went from a trot to a canter, might be sped up. 37 down, wowzers. Oh my goodness, oh my gosh, something like that. Boa, you wouldn't want around your neck. A boa constrictor. Smooth, so not suave. Slick, maybe. Walked for a cause. $49 across, issue in a group project, perhaps. Don't know. 53 down, deal. Deal. Letters on an organic label. Does U.S. Department of Agriculture regulate that label claim? 60 across, dope. Dope as in totally dope, awesome, or you're such a dope. Sort of, oh my gosh. Dope as in totally dope, awesome, maybe could be fat. Partake of, to eat. Deal, done, done, that's a deal. Anaconda, I guess, is an anaconda a type of boa? I guess. Ego could be an issue in a group project. This could be an I, couldn't it? Oh my gosh. And picketed, if you walked a picket line. Maybe you were walking the picket line in support of a cause, labor rights, for example. Okay, oh my gosh, on ice, smack, picketed. Okay, those all seem to fit. Let's look at this part. 38 across, name associated with blue ribbons, Pabst. First thing that comes to mind. 40 across, staff note. Oh, maybe something to do with music here. 40 down, president during the era of good feelings. Don't know when that was. 38 across, fivesomes. Don't know. On the lamb. If this were an M. 34 down, monk's style. Okay, this was in yesterday's puzzle. Habit was the answer for something to do with a monk's clothing. And I commented at the time I'd always associated habits with nuns, but of course a monk wears a habit as well. I just never... I guess you just don't hear that as often, or at least I don't. Staff note. Is that semi? Like hemi-demi, semi-quaver? U.S. city where the frozen margarita was invented. Feel like that should be somewhere in Florida. Key West or Key Largo. I don't know. Wild ingredient in some beers. Wild. Nope. Okay. What about this little part? 50 across, sidekick of 1950s TV. The Lone Ranger and Tonto, maybe? 45 down, eccentric. Still don't know that. I feel like this should be an N for pentad or something like that. Walked for a cause, unless the circles are getting rearranged or something. I'm not quite sure how that's going to fit. Okay. 55 across, commercials, identifiers, or what four pairs of answer must do in order to match their clues. So maybe these circles are going to get switched between answers or something. We'll need to get more of them filled out before we can figure that out, I think. Yes, alive is not get out of Dodge. Okay, let's keep going, but now we'll have something to think about there. Eccentric. If this were not a T, eccentric, loony. If this were not an E, who is a president? I don't know. 51 down, calculations often expressed with a plus or a minus. Don't know. Take baby steps, don't know. 61 across, Roger's cousin. Like maybe something you'd say on the radio. Roger, over and out. I don't know. 56 down, certain Ivy Leaguer. Maybe Eli, somebody who went to Yale. He played Mary Richards' boss at WJMTV. 47 down, that was Lou Grant. Was the character's name. The actor is Ed Asner. Yeah, took a minute to remember that. Okay, 48 down, former parent company of NBC. Don't know. 41 down, like some clocks. Not sure about that. 42 down, have a way with words. To have a way. To do away, to get rid of words. To edit. To abridge, maybe. Enhances. Don't know. 41 down is Accessibility Law Initials. I think that's the Americans with Disabilities Act. Prisoners reprieve. A pardon. No. Dress down could be to dress more casually or to berate someone, to scold, maybe. Commercial identifiers. MCA, maybe? Analog for Analog versus digital for clocks. 59 across is TV relative who wears a bowler hat and sunglasses. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Is that a relative of a TV or a well-known TV character who is a relative of somebody? In which case it should be uncle or... Oh, Cousin It. From the... is that Addams Family or is it the Munsters? I'd have to think about what Cousin It looks like. But yeah, that might be it. And I think that would fit. Okay. Like some clocks. Position held by a woman at roughly 10% of Fortune 500 companies. Maybe CEO. Atomic clock is a thing. Have a way with words. Okay, delete. Yeah, you're getting rid of words. You are deleting them. Enhances, adds to. Brand names or looks like it's going to end in names. RCA was a record company. So prisoner's reprieve, even if TED is swapped with some other set of 3 letters, what would that be? It would have to be pardon, right? Monk's style. Oh, maybe it's Thelonious Monk. A jazz style. Bebop. Okay. So this is not going to be parted. It's going to be pardon. So we'll get a string of 3 letters D-O-N from some other clue, I think. So let's try bebop for Thelonious Monk's style. I guess I was influenced by yesterday's puzzle, and I was actually thinking about that this morning, about what other word would a monk's, what would I say for a monk's outfit other than like robes or, yeah. So anyway, I guess I had that in my mind, which is why I went in with monk's habit. Yeah, but bebop I think fits there, and that lets us put pardon in here eventually. So 40 across, staff note, memo, a note to the staff in an office. On the lam, let's try that. So fancy few, these first 3 letters are going to be something different. I still don't know what that will be. If this were an N, it maybe pentads, I think, could be groups of 5. Eccentric, I kind of like loony. Commercial identifiers. Brand names. Could Eli be wrong? Certainly it could. A lot of things could be wrong. Yes, sir. Maybe something you'd say instead of Roger to acknowledge a command or an instruction or something. Take baby steps, maybe toddle. Well, now I want to put Eli in again. Odds, I guess. What are the odds? The odds are, yeah, +5 or +5, whatever. I don't gamble, so I don't know. If this were not an E, what's a president that begins with M? President Monroe. James Monroe. Trade names. Okay, Dottie could be eccentric. Yeah, I like that better than loony. So this will be a D, this will be an O, and this will be an N. So maybe these are the ones that get switched. So we take... which way do we put it in to make it correct? Okay, so if this is D-O-N... So right now, these work for the down clues, but not the across clues. So we need to switch D-O-N with T-E-D to make the across clues work. But do we switch that to solve the puzzle, or do we leave them the way they are? I think let's leave them, because that'll be easier. So these work with the down clues. Anaconda, slick, ticket. So leave. The A-list could be the fancy few. So this will be an A. And we take this ALI, move it over here to make this A-list. Then we take the LEA and move it over here to make it leave, to get out of Dodge. But we'll leave it the way it is so that the down clues are correct. 34 cross over it. Wild yeast sounds like something that could go in beer. I don't know why this doesn't click. It shouldn't be that hard. It's a short word. Blasé. Okay. Not a common... pronounced in a French way, so maybe that was why it wasn't quite clicking. Dallas? Maybe. Hanger-on, a leech. Kind of electrons. So valence. Wouldn't know that would be an adjective. Okay, so HAL is not going to be the across answer. It's probably going to be pace, PAC. So if this were PAC, breath, inspiration, no. Like a TION ending there. Respiration. No. Okay. That one isn't clicking yet. Okay. 28 across. Neighbor of New York. Oh, what is this? 26 across. Reaching across. If this were RAY. Crayon. Kids menu come with crayons. Okay, let's take suntan out. Maybe that was throwing me off from the beginning. It will be crayon, but it'll be different. This is breaking my head here. Brand for bakers. Don't know. This will not be RAY. It will be crayon, but only after we move this RAY over. So these three letters are going to go in here to mean reaching across. Splaying. I like this Y here. Actually, I like... Okay, the downs work. I have to remind myself what I'm doing. These circle letters are correct for the downs. They're incorrect for the acrosses. Reaching across. Airport acquisitions. Stamps. You get stamp in your passport at an airport when entering a foreign country. Shmoo was some kind of old cartoon character. Maybe he was from Lil Abner. I remember the scene in On the Town where Frank Sinatra says, "Oh, they're multiplying like shmoos." I guess that's a reference to Lil Abner or something like that. So breath. This is going to be HAL, isn't it? In the across clue. It's going to be time. These downs are correct, but the across will be TIM. Time would be a marathoner's focus. So this will be TIM. So these downs require a TIM here. Lorelei's place of business on Gilmore Girls. Did she work in an inn? I haven't seen that show. In the across, these letters are HAL, so either inhalation or exhalation. Brand for bakers. Get bronze. Well, maybe this could be suntan then, if this were an N and this were an I. And these form real words, don't they? They're just not related to the clues. Intimation, hail. This will probably be no, Proust. Proust wrote essays. The famous one about the Madeleine cookies, remembrance of things past. So is he inspiring other essay writers? Is that what is going on here? This doesn't look right. If this were attention, itinerant. None of those look right. Excuse me. I liked all those downs, but the across nuad does not look like a word. Not an English word, anyway. Brand for bakers. Let's put suntan back in. So canon is a word. If this were ANN, spanning. Prompt. You might receive a prompt for an essay test, or a prompt to write an essay. Okay. Sonar, nomad. An itinerant, nomad. Okay. Dallas, sonar, prompt, meiosis, attention. So spraying, but it will be spanning in the across. This will turn to RAY to make crayon. Wow. It's difficult for me to keep these things straight. Evidence collector. If it's CSI, mens rea. That means something in legal terms. State of mind, I think. A homecoming of a sort. Trial figure. A court stenographer, maybe? Ontario, a Canadian province, I guess neighbors New York. I'd have to look at the map to be sure. Crisco shortening, could be used in baking. So if this is CSI, state of mind, I guess, could be intent. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't have to think about whether I need to change the downs or change the acrosses. We just leave them as they are. So what was the revealer? Commercial identifiers, trade names, or what 4 pairs of answers must do in order to match their clues. They must trade names. Are these all names? Tim and Hal, Anne and Ray. I did not pick up on this at all. Alive, or Ali, Leah, Don, and Ted. So we take these names that are circled, these 3-letter names, we switch them, and then the acrosses will match their clues. So right now, all the down clues match the down answers, but the across clues do not match the across answers unless we trade names to make them do that. Okay, but we leave them as they are for now. Okay, that was... the concept is clever. A lot of times with these theme clues, I don't think most people would have trouble with this, but I have trouble thinking, okay, do I need to... It's hard for me to have a clue be incorrect in one direction. It needs to be correct in both directions for me. At least that's my mindset. So when it's something like this, my mind just keeps like resetting. Does not compute. Reset. Start over, and I get confused. But I think that's just because I'm getting old. I like that quite a bit. Once I figured out what was going on, and it was hard to figure out. I made several comments like, well, if this were an N, I could see how that would fit, but it doesn't. Yeast works. Yeah. Okay. Well, I enjoyed that puzzle. I hope that was okay to watch, and maybe my repeated confusion provided a little extra entertainment, in which case I'm happy to do that. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.